Hi, welcome to Idhar Udhar Ki Baatein.
A podcast that has something, nothing, and everything in between.
These are unfiltered and unscripted conversations between
Sam.
Ryan,
Rich.
who just want to talk.
But I don't know what to talk about.
Exactly.
Talking about random ass things, Instagram banned me.
What?
Why?
Okay, so a couple of days ago, I get a message from Instagram. Sorry, not a couple of days ago, actually. Around 6 months ago, I get a message from Instagram that your account is under review because we found some suspicious activity.
What you been surfing, boy?
Nothing. I'm just a regular guy with regular Instagram followers.
You know that's not very regular. When
Yes.
you're a regular guy with a regular followers searching for the regular
Yeah.
things.
That just sounds very suspicious.
Look, okay, I might have used the bot
Okay.
because I had too much feed incoming to my, Instagram feed.
A bot for?
Unfollowing
Oh.
the thing, the pages. And now my account is deleted.
It's deleted.
Yeah, Instagram literally sent me a message saying that we did not have time to review your account, but we don't want you, so we are deleting the account.
They didn't even suspend you or give you some...
Oh, 6 months suspension, I told you, right? 6 months under review and then it's done.
So they took 6 months to put it under review and then tell you that they don't have time for reviewing it?
And then they shut down my account.
Oh, damn.
So now you can't use Insta. So like if you create a new account.
Yeah, and I'm not going to that trouble, dude. I mean, honestly, Snapchat.
But have you seen Instagram lately? The whole of Instagram
Yeah.
is filled with couples.
I mean, do we want to go there? I mean, to be honest, over the last week, my colleagues have been pissing me off. It's that we are going here in the next week, we are going there in the next week. HR, dude! It wants to do couples day, it wants to do chocolate day.
Wait,
Oh my god.
your HR wants to do couples day at work?
Wait, at work? Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't know, man. I mean, to be honest, I find HR very bipolar.
My whole Instagram feed is filled with those candlelight dinners, and have you seen those candlelight dinners with Bollywood music and all of
I
that?
have.
Book for Valentine, and I was like,
No, my Instagram feed is not filled with this. It's filled with other junk because I don't search for anything for Valentine's Day.
I did not search for anything Valentine's. I just
But you think about it and you talk about it, so it pops up.
just because I'm thinking about it, Instagram is picking
Yes,
it.
yes.
you are.
I'm not even saying it out loud. I mean, granted, I have
Yes.
told my partner that you haven't asked me out for Valentine's. Just because I'm dating you doesn't mean you can't
You'll
ask
actually
me.
ask each other out.
Yes, I like it. I like the cliche of asking it. It just feels very on the inside,
I mean, but to be honest,
I don't know.
is it actually necessary to take so much effort on Valentine's Day?
No.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say specifically just because it's Valentine's Day or something like that. You take efforts for your partner every day, but Valentine's Day is just like this one day where it's just you, your partner, and the immense love that you'll have for each other. It's just, I don't know, it just bubbles to like, I don't know, volcano eruption or something, I guess.
But isn't this like cliche? Like, isn't it
So
like...
what?
So what, you could do this every other day and not have so much people
Yeah,
around
but
you?
have you seen the offers people get on Valentine's Day for these things?
Have you seen the price hike during Valentine's Day for these things?
Actually, they increased the price hike a lot. I think week or two before, and then they pull it a little down on Valentine's Day just to give you
Marketing
that,
gains.
yeah.
Oh, the marketing person speaks.
I know, right?
But to be honest, like, if a guy did all this on a regular day, what would you expect him to do on Valentine's week?
So I mean, if he's doing it on the regular basis, I just like a candlelight dinner. I mean, obviously he's not going to take you out to candlelight every day, right?
Like, you don't know.
Well, I don't know. Finances don't allow it in general for our generation at this point. But I mean, if they are taking you out, if they're doing all those little things, it's just that one day, I feel like it's that expectation a little bit that's it. But I honestly love being pampered on Valentine's Day, and I love pampering my partner on Valentine's Day.
Oh, as if you're doing anything. It's always the guy who has to do everything.
Hey.
What do you all do?
I do a lot of things. Okay, me personally do a lot of things.
Right.
I
so
mean, last
bringing
year
us back to
I
us.
literally took some time off of work to deliver somebody else's gift to them on Valentine's Day. Mind you, this is the person who said she doesn't like Valentine's Day.
Okay, this story has to be told. Okay, so I started dating 2 years back. So on my first Valentine's Day with my partner, I honestly never liked Valentine's Day even before. I found it very overrated, and I still find it overrated. So I had told my partner Nikhil that we are not going to celebrate it, this and that, but I sent him surprise gifts and everything. And even though I was like, okay, we are not going to do it, and I told him, I was like, I don't expect anything from you. I don't want you to do anything. This is just from my side because it's our first Valentine's. So he felt bad about it, this and that. We moved on from it. Fast forward to 1 year later on the next Valentine's Day, I was at work and Rach calls me. She's like, come down. I just want to meet you, this and that. And this is very close to her place. So she came and I looked at her and she had a bag in her hand. And I had a confused look on my face. We have a video of me just being like, huh? Very confused. And then I opened the gifts and I saw Nikhil has sent like these clips and he sent this one chain and the clips were her idea. Like we both are literally wearing these clips right now. It's like these butterfly clips. So
I got a Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah,
too.
so he just asked her what I was getting there. He just asked her what, to send and everything. He got the chain done. And then I started opening more gifts and so I sent me mashed potatoes. So we were on a diet at that point. So she made me sweet mashed potatoes. And I was so in love with that. I don't know which part to be more hyper about. So, and I was laughing at the fact that I was literally criticizing Valentine's Day a week before to her, saying, it's so stupid, it doesn't make sense to me, why do you need one day to show your love?
Isn't this the problem?
No, but then, you know what's the most ironic thing? Is that she got a whole Valentine's Day gift from me, from her partner. My guy didn't do anything last year. I pestered him for like a whole month before sending him memes on Instagram, be like, you still haven't asked your girlfriend to be a Valentine's, maybe you don't love her and all that. All those weird passive aggressive memes. Silence, radio silence. I even gifted him something. It's like a very cute thing. So he rides the bike every day and I gifted him this set of bandanas for his hair to protect his hair from the helmet. I got zilch nada. So this year, I literally sent him so many memes and I was like, if you do not ask me this year to be your Valentine, I will go with the first person that asks me to be and I'll go have dinner, I'll enjoy it for a good time and then I'll come back to you.
Might as well that person would have been me.
Yes.
Just saying.
That is also true.
Has he asked you out
for
or
the
is he
record.
going to-
No, he's asked me out.
Oh,
He
fine.
even got me a rose, I think yesterday. The cute thing is whenever he gets me a rose, he also gets Ria and Sam a rose and it's just pretty nice. So
Aw.
they also get like those cliche rose day gifts.
But wouldn't it be just easier, like, not saying anything and just seeing what the guy does instead of pestering him? Like, Sam, you were like,
Yes.
I don't want it, you were like, I want it, and
But then I don't think they would actually come up with anything as much.
Some guys would, but I don't think, I can't really say that because Nikhil did this last year, but I don't know how much he would do it like going forward. It's like this, it's like it just becomes mundane and redundant, which is why I don't understand Valentine's Day so much, with all due respect to however you feel. It's like I don't need one day to show my affection to Nikhil, right? So with me, it's like I am kind of obsessed with him. So in general, I'm very affectionate towards him. I try to send him things and all. Now, he also tries and sends sometimes, but it's generally a lot from my side. Because my thing is, if I love someone, I want to send them gifts. Whenever Rach tells me like, oh, I want this, I will like lock it and, store it in memory, and then one day she'll get a gift of that.
hey,
So-
if you're ever looking, I'm looking for a PS5. Just
Reasonable gifts जो मेरे औकात के अंदर है. So it's that. It's also the way you love giving gifts. Like for some people, Valentine's Day doesn't make sense for me. But at the same time, if I do get a gift, or I would still love sending other people gifts, not just Nikhil, but with Rach and Ria, I would love going out with them on that day because things are cheaper that day and there are more offers and stuff.
Yeah, that is true.
But I don't want to celebrate Valentine's Day as the cliche this it is.
But Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Have you ever celebrated Valentine's Day in the whole essence of it?
I have, and fortunately, my girl wasn't like you people, which I'm grateful for.
Hey,
As in like both of us?
Yes, and then she was very misty. I mean, she was quiet about it, just waiting to see what I would do.
Ah.
And I am proud to say, or at least I hope she liked it. I don't know. I mean, people,
did you not ask her?
What do you want me to ask? I did something nice. I don't ask about it.
I mean, she must have appreciated you about it, right?
Yes, but it's not like.
So that's how you know that she liked
Yeah.
I mean, she said it was a nice evening.
it. So that's your answer. She liked it.
But it's not something that I was just for Valentine's Day. We used to do it at least bi-monthly basis. It was not something special. So, like Sam said, for me, it's never been like, oh, Valentine. Oh, and yeah, of course, there is a pressure that okay, Valentine's Day must be a little bit upper budget event, but it's always like for us, it used to be at least twice in a month. We did have a special day. So, I guess Valentine's Day for me, yes. I mean, to be honest, I am a hopeless romantic kind of guy, but with her, I did not need to force it. It just came out.
So that's sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I feel a lot of people these days don't have time anymore to do these little things. I mean, with all of the work and everything that people are going through with so much stress and everything, and I feel like, you know, having Valentine's Day or having these kind of days kind of just gives you a little out to go, you know, a little reason to celebrate something. Because I get it, you know, you do it on a regular basis, you do it, but sometimes things like this, you know, feels like chores to some people. So when you have a Valentine's Day, you have like a whole day dedicated to love, supposedly. People want to take a, you know, day and do and enjoy and all of that, I feel.
I feel that might actually have an opposite effect. Like Valentine's Day might feel like a chore to some people.
Possible.
Like, you know, they'll be like, oh, this is pressure. Like, you know, I have to do this and I have
Exactly.
to do that.
That's the reason I always was like, okay, let's make it a consistent thing, not just Valentine's Day, Christmas, birthdays. No, let's keep it consistent.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I found Valentine's Day on occasion very useful is when you're between fights. If you have a fight and it's like Valentine's Day, bahar jana hai, you actually figure out, okay, we can do this thing better today that might break the tension, and it's worked once or twice.
So it works well for few people in fights, for sure.
Well, I'm assuming there's a background to that story.
No, I mean, just for Valentine's Day last year, I had an argument with my guy because I was like, you didn't do anything. I was like, I asked you for like a whole month, and you know, you didn't ask me, you didn't tell me, I was just like, what is this nonsense, bro? I literally was like, what is this nonsense? And then I told him last year, I was like, next year you better ask me or I will leave you and I will go. I'll literally leave you. I want to feel, like I said, right? I love being pampered. Whether it's from my partner, whether it's from Sam, whether it's from Dia, I just love the feeling of being loved. So Valentine's works out pretty good for me.
And unfortunate for her, she has had people in her life who don't like showing affection as much. Like with me, I am very reserved with affection. Okay, it doesn't come as naturally to me because obviously I've known her for years. So that bond is different, but at the same time we are also kind of so codependent and like a couple that when she acts like okay, so every time when we end the call, almost every time she'll be like, bye, I love you, and I'm like, okay. That's literally how we end the call. And sometimes when I'm feeling like, okay, fine, I think she needs it, I'll be like, I love you, bye. And then she gets so like, did you just say that? And I cut the call before it escalates more.
I'm like that girlfriend that listens to an I love you for the first time from a boyfriend and just gets so emotional now. I'm like, oh my god, she loves me. Oh my god.
But you do know that Sam cares about you, right? Even without that.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, if I have a paper cut and I'm crying about that nonsense paper cut, she will leave everything and she will come from Borivali to tend to a paper cut which needs no tending. So, I know
I will judge her for it.
Yes.
But I'll come.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. No.
I mean, you do stay further away, so.
Irrelevant of the fact, if I was next door, I would come.
No, but yeah, I mean, she does care for me quite a lot.
Okay, guys, you cannot see this, but it was kind of a cute moment. Not going to describe it for you all. Anyways, why does the dog keep scratching on the door?
Of course, he wants to come inside.
He is like his owner. Mischief, our dog, is owned. Oh my god, people are going to be very offended with that. Mischief lives with Rach. So, he is as needy as his owner.
Are you calling Rachel owner?
Yeah.
So are you calling Rachel needy?
Yes.
I don't disagree. I am very needy.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot of people would be that open.
Like, yeah, that's the good thing about her. Like, you know, most of the times, she's good at taking criticism. When it comes to like other stuff. Some stuff she's not.
I can be a mean one when I want to, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a very weird thing about both of us. We can never be the same person. Okay, so we are very similar because we are cousins, but actually we've grown up together because I have come here a lot, like when I was younger. So we can't be the same person, which is why every time I become like all rainbows and sunshine, she goes dark. And by that I mean she'll just be bitchy, she'll be moody, she will not talk to you properly.
Wait, a better way to put this is one of us is always optimistic and the other one is always a pessimistic. Like, there has to be that balance, because if we both are optimistic, we are making bad decisions.
And if you're both pessimistic.
Well,
the world is going to be doomed.
Yeah, I mean, there is this very fun story of when we both were very optimistic, is when we burnt my leg with sugar wax. We were both.
Okay, that's okay. Let's get into this segue of beauty. So
Okay.
we never really wanted to go to the parlor as such and get waxing done. Okay, and we had seen so much about sugar waxing.
Wax, yeah.
Because this
Okay,
is when
wait.
sugar.
For guys who don't know what sugar
Yeah.
waxing, what's sugar waxing?
You go ahead.
Okay, so it's like, so there are like different types of wax and all. There's this honey wax, chocolate wax, and then there's sugar wax. So sugar wax is supposed to be painless waxing.
Yeah.
So it's basically just sugar and water and
sugar,
some
water, and
lemon.
lemon.
Lemon. So you just boil this up together, this whole concoction, and then you put it on your
body wherever you
want to wax it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the problem with this thing is, no, sugar wax hardens like nobody's business, okay? Now imagine this. It's 2 a.m., okay? Sam and I are standing at the stove. We are boiling the sugar, adding a dash of lemon in it, running across from the kitchen to the bedroom, because you can't wax in the kitchen, obviously.
No,
So
not
we are-
obviously.
we are running to... Hey, all our female listeners will agree. We're running to the bedroom, okay? Now, as she's putting the wax on me, the damn wax is hardening and it's hot.
So I am trying to cool it. I am like blowing on it and cooling it, and then putting the wax on her, and she's like, it's burning. I'm like, I don't have a choice, and I'm just trying to strip it out with the same thing. And here's the thing with sugar wax. So if you do it properly, it's like a nice soft boiler. It's like a nice soft blob that comes in your hand. You spread it evenly on your leg and you flick it out. So it stays on the glove that way. So if you see actual professionals do it, they do it in a proper way. We were not professionals.
And how
we
old were you all at this point?
We were in school. I think I was in 7. I think we were 15.
Yeah, I think
15, 16.
Yeah. 10th, 9th, 8th, something
Yeah,
approximately.
not 10th. Definitely not
No,
10th.
I think I was in 10th and you were in 8th or something.
Probably.
So around that age. So,
Yeah, so school
between like
times.
14 to 17, I would say.
Yeah. And so I did it for her. Even though she was in pain and all of that is happening, we still continued because we were like, we need to get this done. We went running back to the kitchen, boiled more sugar, came back over. All this while Ray's mom has been sleeping, and she has been through us doing nonsense. At 12 a.m. she'll randomly get up and she'll be like, what is happening here? And we are like,
When we're trying something, she'll have a water and then go back to sleep. She'll just be like, you know what,
I don't
it's
want
gonna
to
be good.
I do not want to know what is
I
happening.
mean, it was really lucky, because if right now I had to go boil sugar, I'd be like, I'm boiling 50 rupees per kilo sugar. I'm boiling 50 rupees per.
And as kids, you don't really care about all that stuff. So anyway, when we were doing her sugar waxing, it was so hot and all that there are some areas of her leg that even till now that hair won't
Hair
grow
doesn't
there.
grow. I mean, so in a way it worked.
Yeah.
Permanent waxing solutions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was for her, and for my leg, we waxed and it was so painful because I had really long, thicker hair at that. I mean, I still have long, thicker hair. So when I was waxing it, it was so immensely painful that till date, I will only shave my legs. I will never wax.
The
The
thing
parlor
was-
auntie has asked me a bajillion times, do you want to wax your leg? Do you want to wax your leg? Because she's seen how thick my hair is, and I was like, do not come next to me with that wax. I will burn you.
The good thing about Sam is, when she's doing all these, esthetician things, she does it very quickly, okay? And then there is me, I'll be like, I'll literally blow on a leg, try to give her
And
least pain
so,
possible. I will not rip the band-aid
Yeah,
off.
in that bargain. So my hair is long and you're supposed to put it in the opposite direction. So sugar wax is supposed to put it in the opposite direction of your hair and pull it in the direction of your hair so that it doesn't form ingrown hair. So she's been doing that and she's ripping all my hair while she's putting it, and I am in pain. They're like, please just remove it off. And she's like, wait. And she's flicking it and it's dried up and it's there on my leg. And it was so painful because I had to put more hot sugar on it for it to come out.
So this is why we both aren't optimistic at the same time.
Yeah.
Literally. We make bad decisions.
I am gonna walk out of this room if I find an idea that you all both agree on. Ladies, we do not expect you to go through this pain. It's okay if you trim your hair, please do not wax. And please do not wax like these two have suggested.
Yeah, we do not recommend doing
These are
this at
childhood
home.
shenanigans that were done under supervised, so please do not repeat
Whose
these.
supervision?
Under supervised. Who was
Under supervised. I thought she
This
said
is
under
literally a
supervised.
podcast and you're not listening to me.
If it's any consolation, I don't listen to you either ways.
It's fine.
It's a-
That was
We've
literally
tried
Rach and
so
Adi.
many things. I think between the hours of 12 to 4, 5, Sam and I have done so much nonsense
Yeah.
when we were in school.
It's funny how, time flies so quickly because now literally it's 11 o'clock and we are just dead in bed. I was like, I have no energy to stay up. So even sometimes now, so I have had this thing over the last few months that I would say Friday night is my party night. And by party night, I mean I will stay up late, okay? And by that I mean I will watch a video or I will read or I will do something that, is very cozy and just makes me feel like, oh, I'm old now. I would sleep by 12.
Jeez.
I would just doze off, like watching a video or something, and then by the time in the morning, I would be like, how was party night? And I would get so irritated because I couldn't stay up. So now Rach keeps making fun of me because sometimes I'd stay up until 2 o'clock, okay? And she'd be like, how was party night? I was like, I stayed up until 2 o'clock. And she's like, isn't that like a regular thing you do stay up until 2? Because sometimes Nikhil works late and all. So generally I would sit to talk to him or wait to talk to him and all. So I would normally sleep around 1:32. And it just defeats the purpose of
Party night.
Yeah. So I just
But
don't
it's
call
a
it
fun
that anymore.
concept.
Yeah.
Party night.
Yeah, and because of me now, everybody says it around me. Nikhil says it, Rach says it, Riya says it.
But what do they do at party night?
That is your own
It's
thing.
just it's a self party night.
Yeah.
What you do with yourself is your business.
Yeah. That just sounds wrong, but let's move on from that.
Sorry.
Well, get your mind off the gutter, please, woman.
That's my
Mischief.
dog. We are not doing anything to Ryan. In case someone is wondering,
That sounded very demonic, if anybody heard
a
that.
Demogorgon is at the door.
Yeah.
That being said, any of you remember childhood cartoons? Prime has removed this new features where all of Cartoon Network cartoons are now available on Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Oh, I think Disney Hotstar did it for Cartoon Network, or is that the one that Prime has taken?
No, if I'm right, Cartoon Network was bought, the entire, every content of Cartoon Network is bought by Prime.
Oh wow. Okay, I have like so many cartoons I would love to review. I remember Powerpuff Girls used to come out at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
The rerun used to happen at 3 in the morning, and some days like Sam's party night days, when I used to stay up watching cartoons, and my mom used to not say anything as much. We had a lot of freedom in that sense. And we used to stay up watching Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's
Yeah.
Laboratory, and Johnny Bravo. And I can't remember the name. You remember there was these 5 kids. I forgot there's
What?
kid number 1, kid number 2.
Okay, KIDS.
Yeah, KID. Oh yeah, it's called Kids. Yeah, but then there was such fun cartoons to watch. Like the other day, I was at someone's place and they switched on the TV and the cartoons I seen, and I was like, what is this garbage?
Agreed.
What is this
Yeah,
garbage
I
people are
agree.
watching? I see. I was still on the fence a lot with like cartoons like Shin-chan and all. Specifically Shin-chan. I didn't really like it as much, but
You did?
Doraemon.
How do you not like Shin-chan?
I love Shin-chan.
I used to love Ninja Hattori,
Ninja Hattori was
Doraemon,
nice, but I still get
Kitaretsu,
Oh, I used to love Kitaretsu a lot more than I liked Ninja
Perman.
Hattori.
Have you seen Perman?
Yes.
Hattori or Perman?
I'm fucking
They're all-
Perman. I would say Perman.
They're all
would be-
replicates. So I think after one point now, the originality of cartoons just stopped.
I mean, have you guys seen that cartoon, Kochikame?
Yes.
There's this
Yes.
police officer
Yes,
guy.
yes.
That was such a
Yeah.
new kind of a concept in cartoons at that point, even after, because I think when all of that came out,
Yeah.
I was somewhere about already in 10th, 11th, so pretty much outgrown my cartoon
Yeah.
watching days. I in fact got into watching anime a little bit because my
Yeah.
brother used to watch anime, and I remember we started watching Inuyasha, which used to come on Animax channel.
Not
Have
one
you
of it.
guys
I've seen Inuyasha, obviously.
I pestered her for so many years to watch Inuyasha. But the cartoons, the complexity, the things that they were there previously, I don't find them as much in today's cartoons and things.
Yeah.
It's just mind-numbing garbage,
Yeah.
I feel. I mean, at least Papa used to eat spinach. Chota Bhim eats laddus. Who eats laddus and gets strong? It doesn't even make sense to me. I mean, the only thing you eat laddus is you're going to gain some
Wait.
fat. Yeah. I mean, it just, I feel like it showcases the wrong things to kids. So
Also, there are so many subliminal messages. Okay, so this might be a contradictory one, but I used to watch a lot of Shane Dawson's videos. So he used to talk a lot about how a lot of cartoons today have subliminal messages, like double meaning messages and all. And it is so stupid because even in our time, the cartoons they used to have that, but it was not as prominent as it is now. I can't even remember what it was.
I think Shinchan used to have a lot of that.
Yeah.
Shinchan was very evident that it wanted to do that.
I feel like today's cartoons are appealing more to their parents than to the kids itself, because you know who's really listening to your cartoons? The parents.
Agreed.
The kids are just looking at you watch it on mute. It's fun. Like Augie and the Cockroaches. It's like a thing with Tom and Jerry, right?
Yeah.
But the commentary that they do on Augie and the Cockroaches, that's just a little sad, a little vulgar, I feel, in some ways. If you watch it on mute though, you're gonna have a hoot.
Yeah.
I've never felt Augie and the Cockroaches vulgar, I would say. I mean, I found it stupid with the commentary.
The commentary just stupid.
Very-
I think there are like these very few episodes and all in the between where I was just like, no.
Maza nahi aaya.
Maza nahi hai. Plus, my whole childhood I have always watched cartoons in English. So my brother had this thing that, you know, to make sure we learn English properly, we learn to speak English, because we speak Konkani at home in general, and the cartoons and all used to be in Hindi. We are learning English in school, but there's no one to talk to in English at home, you know, because my mom used to work. So it's just me and my sister, right? So we used to watch cartoons in English. So I picked up on that English cartoons and the English language through there much more in a conversational manner. So I feel like because of that, even when I hear cartoons in Hindi, I'm just like, there's something irky to me about it.
It's weird because I've always watched cartoons in Hindi. It's one of the reasons that my Hindi in like when I was younger was much better than my English, and in fact I was made fun of in school because of that. So even my mother tongue is Konkani, but we've never spoken Konkani at home, and if they talk, they don't talk to me in Konkani. So I've always spoken English at home, but in my building there are only non-Catholics. There are maybe 2 Catholics apart from our family, and we used to only talk in Hindi. So much of this one old uncle, because of how pure my Hindi was, he used to call me Hindi master in school. So I was really good at Hindi until, you know, my dialect or the way I used to talk was in a very Indian accent. So a lot of people started making fun of me for that, because of how well I could speak Hindi, and I used to not speak English as well. So eventually, like when I started moving on and started talking in Hindi, it became like
I have
started
heard
talking
your
English.
Hindi. It's
Yeah.
very sobo Hindi.
Yeah,
Now,
that's how much it has changed.
now it is very much.
And now I started talking because of Nikhil. And even with my previous partner, he used to talk in Hindi a lot. So even with Nikhil, generally I communicate with him in Hindi. We do talk in English, but I think both of us just like talking in Hindi because it's a bit more of a romantic, the way you say certain things and all.
Wait till he learns Konkani. Konkani
Yeah,
is
he's
more
very-
Konkani is not romantic.
Konkani is so romantic
It's
to listen
not.
to talk.
Okay,
to.
I can't talk romantic in Konkani. For me, it's just a struggle. So it just sounds like a struggling little child trying to communicate their emotions.
She's like a baby infant, just there like.
Yeah. The best part is hearing me talk to my grandmother who's in Bahrain in Konkani. I buffer like worse than Google sometimes. And it is so bad because I am trying to say something, she's understanding something, and we both are just not on the same page.
There is this one.
Yeah.
There is this one.
I knew this was coming.
Scene happened. So when we went to Bahrain, I think this was back in 2017. We went to Bahrain, and my grandmother, right? She made something for breakfast. Okay. So Sam's trying to tell her that there are cornflakes for breakfast. She's gonna have cornflakes. So our mama, to understand, just to give us a little content, our mama, right? If you tell him that, you know, we like this, he will go and get a whole bunch of it. He will get a whole supply of it to last you till like your whole stay there. So what happened is, Sam, you know, just in passing mentioned, I think, that she liked Cocoa Puffs. Okay, so our mama that same evening brings a whole bunch of Cocoa Puffs and he's come. And I didn't tell him anything that I like or something to get. Okay, so I was like, I just have breakfast at home, and that was her intention also. It's just that he just interpreted it that she wants a lot of Cocoa Puffs. So what happened was this: our grandmother is saying that, you know, what do you want for breakfast, and Sam is saying that, you know, Cocoa Puffs is there. And my grandma, she just couldn't understand. She couldn't fathom what Sam was saying. Sam said it 3 times. She said hey 3 times. the two of them are having this, not even a conversation, I would say. And I'm just sitting in the sideline. I can understand what is happening. But I'm just enjoying the whole scenario that's going on. Scenario. I just said scenario.
Yeah.
Scenario
It's
that's
fine.
going on over there. It was hilarious. So this is how Sam talks to our grandmother. She'll be like, "Hi Mai, kashi asai?" And Mai will be like, "I'm bari asa." Then Sam will be like, "Kal karta hai." And she'll say what she's doing, and then she's like, "And Mai, how are you? What did you have for lunch?"
That's it. That's the 2 sentences you know, isn't it?
Sometimes Mai herself will just start talking in English so that Sam responds. And it's pretty cute. It's pretty good. I mean, but she has evolved from like 2-3 words to 2-3 sentences now.
Growing eventually, I see.
But I in between, I think I was staying here for like a couple of months, and my Konkani became so much better. Like I could literally say paragraphs, maybe more than sentences in Konkani rather than just words thrown around. And then Mai and I would have proper conversations, and then I would reach my limit. I'm like, "Anikale Mai."
That's it.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
Talking about Cocoa Puffs, I mean, is the taste of foreign cereal actually different than what we get here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good, bad?
I
Better.
feel a lot of the foreign, the cereal that we get here is very sugar coated cereal.
Yeah.
And the ones that you get abroad, they have the sugar content. I'm not saying they don't. They have sugar content, but it's quite little, quite less. And it's not made to just appeal the Indian sweet buds. I feel it's more like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, to be honest, I prefer the Indian Kit Kats to the foreign Kit Kats.
Yeah.
So
That even I do.
maybe it is the Indian palate because of which the marketing has, they have had to modify their taste. But then there was this article I read with regards to Nestle putting sugar in Indian Cerelac and not in foreign Cerelac.
Yes.
It couldn't be that's where our taste bud developed that sugary taste. Like, I mean, maybe Indian sweets are sweet. I'm not saying no, but has that childhood onwards the sweetness caused us to like sweet food?
I think yes, because if you remember or if you see, right, a lot of new mothers and all also, right, when they are feeding their kids, now kids don't develop taste buds. It's what I've read. Kids don't develop taste buds that quickly when they are born, right? So you feed them anything in the start, they'll not understand whether it's too sweet, it's too spicy or something like that. This is something that I've read. But when a mother is feeding, right, a mother will always taste the kid's food and then feed the child, right? And if she tastes it and it's not sweet, she'll be like, "Oh, this is a little bitter for my kid. I'm not sure if the kid will like it or no," right? And then they probably add more sugar, and that's how I feel companies target, how they advertise or how they give this. Plus, a lot of our food in general, like, if you see different parts, right, of Maharashtra itself only, Kolhapuri and all, they have very spicy food in general, right? They love spicy food.
And it's fun to eat.
It is very much fun. I mean, you're eating with your whole face. You're crying. Your nose is running. You're eating with your whole face.
Eating with emotions too, dude.
Yeah. But if you see in other parts, like towards Gujarat side a little bit, the dal and all becomes very sweeter. You get a lot of sweetish kind of a food. I feel a lot of that because of how Indians' food palette is perceived is how companies then modify those tastes as giving it a little bit more sweeter feel to it. I think we had a Coke when we were in Bahrain once. Coke or Thumbs Up, I think, right? We had it at the airport when we were in Bahrain, and then again we had it when we landed back in Mumbai. So this was like maybe only 4 hours.
Yeah.
And when we had it in Bahrain, it was just like I didn't get the sweet kick that I would normally get from a
Right.
Thumbs Up Coke. But I kind of got that sweetness attached to me when we had it in Mumbai.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's the weather, who knows, but I feel like things in India are generally a little sweeter.
I mean, to be honest, I would agree because somehow I feel Indian sweet food, like you want Coke, so I'm gonna be like, you can when you say Kit Kat, okay, the foreign Kit Kats you can have an entire box at a time. I think if you go for Toblerone, you can have the entire bar, but you have Indian one packet of gems and you're like, or sweet nahi kha sakte.
Too sweet, right? You have to have some water or something
Exactly.
to wash it down.
You require, so I have a conspiracy theory where I'm like, they have made it with a conscious mind that when you're eating sweet, you feel it's too sweet after a point and you go for something salty. And then after salty, you want to come back to sweet again. So it's a conspiracy theory, I believe. Might be true, might be false. But yeah.
Yeah, I think we could pick this up for a debate next time.
Yeah.
So I guess, guys, this is what we are thinking of topic on the next debate. If you have something that you can give for us, please put it in the comments. We'd be more than glad to take your input. And this was our first podcast. Okay, give us your review. Let us know what you think about it. Should we go on? Should we not go on? Should we talk about something different? Should we kick out Sam? All open options.
Yeah, those are very much open options. Ryan and I can do this on our own.
We'll see who does the editing.
Maybe we need Sam.
We're gonna have a little bit of a conflict right now. So this is us signing out. This is Ryan.
Sam.
Rage.
And we thank you for your time listening and hope you have a great week going forward.
Bye-bye.
Bye.